Hello everyone and welcome to this knowledge hour on some tips and tricks for Microsoft Dynamics NAV. Today we're just going to go through 11 tips and tricks that should make your lives a little bit easier. So just what we're going to cover today, a nice simple session. Just focus on, as I've said, 11 tips and tricks that you can use to change the way that you use the system. Hopefully this will make life a lot easier for yourself and for your users, so hopefully you do take these on board. Some of these are very easy and these should be used by everyone in our opinion. Hopefully by the end of today's session you'll be inspired to take a few of these on board, but if you've got any questions about anything you might see or anything Dynamics NAV related, you can always ask us using the email address ask@thenavpeople.co.uk. And as long as it's about Dynamics NAV, we will respond to your question. So, the first thing we wanted to show you today was something called the freeze pane. The freeze pane allows you to add a fixed point to a list, so when you scroll across, you don't actually lose focus of the record that you are currently looking at. This can be an issue if you've got maybe quite a lot of fields on a list, so when you scroll across you lose them. And also when you add a freeze pane, it'll be added to your web client, tablet client, etc. So when you are swiping around and using different clients, that freeze pane will be there. Just to show how easy they are to add, I'm going to jump into a Dynamics NAV system. I'm going to go to an item list just from the left hand side here. Here we've got an item list and you can see we've got quite a lot of fields in this item list. So once I scroll across, if I'm looking for example, the quantity on sales order, I can see that there are 67 on purchase order for this item, but I've actually lost focus of what that item is. I'd have to scroll back. So to address that problem, I can go to the columns at the top and I can right click and press choose columns. Once I get that far, you can see we've got this button here which says add freeze pane. So I can add that, and then once I've added it, I can just say whereabout do I want to place it. So I want to place it just after the description field here. So if I use the move down button to put it in the right place and then press OK, the custom list will just have to reopen. And now you can see we've got this great little freeze pane down the left hand side here. So now if I want to see how many I want purchase order, I can now scroll across to find the value, and very nicely I don't lose actually any visibility of what the record I've got selected is. So a really nice easy one you can add, and you can add this to any list in Dynamics NAV. So that's one down, 10 to go. The second one, it's called filter to this value. It's a nice, easy alternative for filtering. Here, once you're in a list, you can right-click a value in a list and press filter to this value, or there's a keyboard shortcut for it, and then the list will be filtered on the value you just selected.